Hello, I'm Cole Powell, award-winning singer-songwriter from Random Mind Records. If you enjoy what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, click the bell for notifications. Consider supporting us on Patreon for exclusive perks, including polls and long-form reactions. Also, be sure to check out our brand new arts and media podcast, Words Like That, hosted by me, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, now I'll shut up and get to it.
Can't have no words like that. Words like that. No, no, no.
All right, this is Madam Web. I'm a big comic book guy, big Spider-Man guy. Some of my family grew up on the original, and I'm talking about like close family grew up on the original Spider-Man comics in the 60s, so I was really raised, steeped in Marvel and Spider-Man. Love the comics. So far, I'm not really wild about this whole Sony Spider-Verse minus Spider-Man. I just don't think it really works. I was pleasantly surprised by the first Venom movie. It wasn't great, but it was fine as like a popcorn, let's kill a hour and a half on a Saturday afternoon or whatever type film. It kind of reminded me of the 2000s, which I really like a lot of those 2000s superhero movies. Particularly, the really good was the great ones like the first X-Men, first couple of X-Men, first two Spider-Man movies. But I even like some of the ones that aren't that great. I recognize they're not that great. I still like them. And Venom kind of had that vibe. I have not seen Venom 2. I've been told Morbius was just garbage. So this is Madam Web. They're doing this Madam Web spinoff. She's, for mainstream audiences, she is a very obscure character. I know her best from the 90s animated series when she was a very old woman, which is how she was also portrayed in the original comics. The idea of having a Madam Web spinoff movie doesn't really appeal to me. So we're going to be checking this out, and I got low expectations. So we'll see. Here we go.
What do you want from me? Why do you care for me? Why do you
I
know?
hate these opening teasers for the trailers on trailers. Just
Come on, get your stuff. Let's go. Let's try that again.
okay, interesting.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it. Until one moment changed everything.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Okay.
I don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me? What do you
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there. I think it's about the halfway point. So far, it seems a little generic. Like this could be any speculative fiction. Somebody had a near-death experience or died, and they came back and they had some kind of power, precognition type power. The thing that intrigues me most is this villain character who seems to be dressed in kind of like a Miles Morales Spider-Man suit. Best I could kind of tell there. I don't know who this is. I don't know who he's supposed to be from the comics. I'm just not sure what's going on there. I do like Dakota Johnson, at least. Well, I say that the one thing I've ever watched her in was a short-lived series. I think it was called Ben and Kate with, what's his name, Nat Faxon, I think. And I really liked her. I liked that show. It was canceled. I don't even think it made a full season before it was canceled. She seems to be doing a good job here. I also saw Adam Scott, who I really love from Parks and Rec. So casting seems pretty good. That's been the case, though, with the other Sony Spider-Man minus Spider-Man verse. I don't know. It doesn't look as terrible as I was expecting, but I'm also not super excited about it. So let's get back to it.
Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
Why?
Who are you? What is going on? I can see the future. Oh, what the hell? She didn't see that coming? That's not how it works. I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching
Is this
spiders right before she
Tarantula
died.
from the comics? There's a character called Tarantula in the comics.
you.
The
You live in my
suit's not
building.
his,
You're
at
the
least from the
paramedic.
original comics. I haven't
You almost
read comics
ran
in
me
a long time,
over.
but the original
You don't think
Tarantula
this is weird? How
did
we're
not
all
look like that.
connected?
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
I have no idea what those girls are called.
Why don't you want from me?
I think he
Yes,
can
I don't
see into
know
the
who all
future.
these characters are.
He's trying to change what happens. Julia, get down!
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
Your future was almost so different.
Where do we go?
If you want to live, you have to trust me.
I like the costumes. I like the costumes.
Now!
I like the sound effect there. It's oscillating between signs.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, that was... I didn't look that great, guys. I don't know. Maybe, you know, I may get some hate in the comments for this. Maybe people that watch that like, oh, that looks so good. Can't wait for the Madam Web movie. For me, this whole Spider-Verse without Spider-Man, I get why they're doing it, but I don't understand why they think this is going to work. I think they're looking at Marvel as a whole, what Disney's done with Marvel Studios, being able to take all these disparate characters and build a universe, and they say, hey, well, we'll just pull side characters from Spider-Man, who's the main character from his universe we have the rights to, and we'll build our own universe. The issue is, in the main Marvel universe, the properties that Disney's been able to pull from, all of those characters were main attractions. They were all the Avengers. They had their own book. The individual members of the Avengers had their own book with their own villains and their own supporting characters. These characters are all just supporting characters for Spider-Man. The villains are just villains for Spider-Man. So without him, they're kind of dull. There's not much there, and they're having to try to manufacture something to turn into these movies. And I get why they're doing it. I understand completely. There's money involved. That they already know that Marvel superheroes are huge box office draws, or have been historically. They've been going downhill as of late. So they're trying to make the most out of it. If at the end of that trailer, Andrew Garfield had popped up, and I say Andrew Garfield because I really would not want this connected with Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland. But if Andrew Garfield had popped up, I'd have been a little more excited, because I do like his movies. And after No Way Home, I feel like out of all of the Spider-Man, he's the one that should get his own next solo movie. He's the one that I want to see his arc finish, because we only got 2 movies. The second one was pretty bad, and we didn't really get to see what happened after that. If he'd have shown up in that trailer, I'd have been a little excited. As it stands, not really feeling this one. Not planning on seeing this one in theaters. Don't even know if I'll check it out on streaming. And you know, if this were just a streaming movie, Sony has a deal with Netflix. They got a deal with Disney Plus now. If this were a streaming exclusive, might check it out, because some of the streaming stuff can get away with not being that great, and you could just got some time to kill on Friday night. You don't want to go out of the house. Oh, the Madam Web movie's out. Let's check it out. You turn it on. If it's garbage, you turn it off. To go pay $10 for a matinee show at this point to go see this, I don't think it's going to be for me. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Does this look great to you, or mediocre, like complete garbage? Drop in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Consider supporting us on Patreon, and we'll see you soon.